Hi guys, Steve Girardi here. Welcome to Steve Strings. Today I'll be showing you a review of the Aklot open-backed banjo. I did an unboxing video of this some time ago, and I'll put the link to it up here. Bottom line up front, I really like this banjo. It's made of maple, and it is just really nice. So let me go ahead and give you a rundown of the instrument. We'll start off with the headstock. And you can see here from the headstock, it has a laser-etched Aklot logo on it. The headstock, the neck, and the fretboard are all maple. And the headstock, you may see it has a little bit of a flame there to it. It does have a maple veneer on top of the solid maple headstock and neck. You can see it has kind of closed-geared tuners here, just sort of basic ones. It does have the traditional sort of banjo-shaped head to it. You can see it does have a truss rod. Again, this is a maple neck with a bound fretboard with ABS binding. It also has ABS position markers on the face of the fretboard, as well as position markers on the player's side as well. You can see that it has a built-up heel here. The maple here is a slightly different color, so you can see that. And the rim on this is a laminate maple as well. And you can see here, looking closely here at the rim, you can see it has some nice ABS binding, black and white, with black and white purfling. You can see this does have a coordinator or tension rod here, which is used for adjusting the angle of the neck, for adjusting action if that needs to be done. It does have basic hardware you see on any typical banjo, and it also has this sort of armrest. Now the position of the armrest, when I look at some Deering banjos, they have the armrest coming down here close to the tailpiece. This does not. So if you're a person who plays their banjo sort of in this position, then the armrest doesn't really help you. But if you hold the banjo kind of in your lap, then the armrest is in a very comfortable place for you. So depending on how you play your banjo, that armrest could be useful for you or not. There's one thing I found a little bit tricky here on this, and that is when you look here at the tailpiece, you can see here that the screw for adjusting the tailpiece is right next to the screw for the coordinator rod. And so I tried adjusting it just to go through the process, and that was a little bit tricky. I had to get in there with some like pliers, or you have to use like an open spanner or wrench to do that. But other than that tricky piece was an issue. I see that some banjos have a, like the nut isn't just a typical nut, it's a nut with like a little handle on it, which is a little easier to tune or adjust. The saddle on this is a very typical banjo saddle. Again, a 5-string saddle with a maple lower part to it, or I guess we'd say is the bridge, and then it has an ebony cap on it that serves as the saddle. You can also see this has a Remo sound head, which is quite nice. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the accessories that come with this, because it does have a number of things that come with it. First off, it comes with a very substantial shoulder strap with hardware, so you can attach it to the hardware of the banjo. So that's certainly convenient. It comes with a cleaning cloth, but there's no real shiny surfaces. That's not really necessary. It does come with some basic finger picks. So if you do Scruggs style, sort of bluegrass playing, that would be handy for you. It also comes with a Joyo branded tuner. It comes with a spare set of ASM banjo strings. There you go, you can see that. It also comes with an Allen key or Allen wrench for the truss rod, and another wrench for adjusting the hardware on the sides of the instrument, as well as the coordinator rod. The other thing it has is this little template for setting up the bridge, and I showed how to do that in the unboxing video. You can check that out there. This instrument also comes with a gig bag, Now this is a fairly basic kind of a gig bag. It's not super thick, maybe 10 millimeters worth thickness is all. It does have a little pocket here. It does not bellow, and so it's not very deep, but I tried to put all the accessories in there, and they did all fit in there okay. This does have two shoulder straps that I like. Again, they are adjustable, but they are just basic webbing with no other padding. The handle for this is also just a simple, basic webbing. So again, it's just a basic gig bag. If you're really wanting to protect the instruments, like for traveling, you're probably better off putting it in a hard case. But this certainly gets the job done for just taking it around in basic places, but not for necessarily traveling or shipping it in. One thing I did mention in the unboxing video, it's worth mentioning here again, is when you look at this sort of bridge, you'll see it has a side that's sort of perpendicular to the ground, and then a piece that's angled. You want to have the angle angled toward sort of the front of the headstock when you set this up. Now right now, I have this banjo tuned G, DGBE, which is not typical banjo tuning. That's what we call Chicago tuning. Typical banjo tuning is G, DGBD, which is an open G. But I have brought the high E string or D string up to an E, only because I'm more used to playing the ukulele and the baritone ukulele, and those chord shapes are more familiar for me. But I did try it with the standard tuning as well. I'm just not used to those chord shapes just yet. I gave you a sound sample on the way in, so I'll go ahead and give you another sound sample. There you go. So unfortunately, my banjo playing skills don't do this instrument justice. I'll tell you, I do really like this instrument. I have some resonator banjos too, and I'll tell you, they're kind of heavy. But I kind of like these open back ones. They're a little more comfortable to play. And as I've said before, if I want to, I can stick a sock or something in there to kind of quiet this so I don't disturb other people in the house, because these banjos can be quite loud. Again, the fit and finish on this were excellent. I found no finish flaws anywhere on this. I had no sharp fret edges. Again, the only things that I found that were any kind of issue, as I said, was it's a little tricky to adjust that screw there, and the knob on this fifth tuner was a little bit loose. So I just took a screwdriver and tightened that up. Otherwise, this thing was ready to go. Other than basically tuning it up, it was the only thing that was needed to get this playing. Of course, you had to set up the bridge at the correct location, but that was a really easy thing to do. So overall, I would say that this is a nice banjo, and I should say that that Aklot did send this to me for review at no cost to me. But still in all, I'm not bashful about pointing out problems when I see them in an instrument. And like I said, this one here is a really nice instrument. So if you're looking for an open-backed banjo of decent build quality with all the basics you need to get started, this is certainly one to get. I mean, it is nice and it's not that expensive. I hope you found today's review video helpful. Again, if you're looking for a banjo, this is certainly one to look at. If you'd like to see more unboxing and review videos, as well as videos of the instruments that I build, please subscribe to this channel. If you like this review video, please give a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.